My name is Superior Evangelist Wale Onafuye. I was born into this church, and through my father, who is a core Celestian, and he's departed right now, he's deceased. When I was born, I was given my dad was given a message that the son is going to walk in the vineyard of God. But all along, we didn't. My dad did not even take it important, and I grew into the church right from Makoko Celestial Church in Makoko. Being a member of the choir. Then after a while, my dad went with Baba Jesse to start Ikorodu Road Parish, and after that, then right from my youth age, I've always been interested in things of the church. Sometimes when they do go for preaching, I disappear from home. I go with them, and my mom and my dad they get worried and start looking for me. And after a while, the evangelists, the elders then would tell my dad and my mom that he's going to be a chosen vessel. So why are you looking for him? But they didn't remember the message then that I'm going to carry the cross. So from then, I've always loved the things of the church. I've always been going with elders. That time they had these evangelical preaching all over Nigeria. They go to different countries and so on. Anyway, in a nutshell, I go into all this, not knowing myself that I'm going to carry the cross. I did not even know about the message before I got inspired in things of the church. Sometimes when I was at the university, when I was at college, I always go to church, like going to church, and come home in the midnight, come home early hours of the morning. And my dad would always get worried, why are you late to come home? And I said, I'm in the church. So after a while, I decided to travel. It's a long story. During my youth days, I usually go to Ketu when Papa, for 2 hours in Ketu, that he normally see visitors and do some healing. I would sit down there, listen to shepherd talking and so on. Not knowing that God is actually preparing me. But at that time, I did not know that I'm going to be, I did not even remember I'm going to be a shepherd. I did not even remember the message. Anyway, I decided to come to the United Kingdom. And I went to 3 parishes to do Thanksgiving. And in one of the parishes, a junior prophetess gave me a message that, oh, you are going to the United Kingdom? You are going to a white country. I did not even tell the prophetess. He said, you are going to a white country, that there you are going to be a shepherd. She gave me 7 promises, 7 messages that it's going to happen when you get to the United Kingdom. In a nutshell, I got to the United Kingdom through, and that's why I love Celestial Church, because love walk in the church, love emanating from the church. I didn't know anybody in the United Kingdom, but I realized that I know within me that, you see, wherever there is Celestial Church, if you go there, they will accept you. And that's the foundation of the church. On that basis, I went to Ketu, and to God be glory, Baba Joseph, the head of the overseas house, then gave me a letter that I should come to the United Kingdom. So, went to the United Kingdom through Baba Oke, the deceased, the founder of Clapham Parish. He took me in without even knowing my dad, without even knowing my mom, without even knowing any of my relation. So I started the work of God there as a member. But because the word of God has said it right from Nigeria, I'm going to carry the cross. And the prophetess gave me a message that we are going to white man country, they are going to make a shepherd. As soon as I get to that church, the shepherd there disappeared. And they now said they are going to have another shepherd. Then all the whole church decided that it's you that want to be our shepherd. And Baba Joseph sanctioned it. Then that was how I started the journey of carrying the cross, because it's been ordained, it's been destined, a message has been given. And that's how I come. Even though in Nigeria, I've been doing God's work in Nigeria. in Celestial Church, there's no position that I have not actually passed through. I was in Nigeria, I was once a choir master, I was once a secretary, I was once chairman of the parental committee, I was once treasurer, I was once a prophet of the church. So I've cut across all positions in Celestial Church. Probably God is preparing me for that message of carrying the cross. So it wasn't very difficult for me when I got to the United Kingdom. I came to the country in order to further my education. But as God will have it, He said, even heaven and earth pass away, little of His word will not go unfulfilled. So I became the shepherd of Clapham Parish in 1980, thereafter maybe 86 or 85. I was there for 2 years. So I grew into it gradually, and the word of God fulfilled. I carried the cross because I was given the message, and the message came to pass and materialized. So I was there. It's not been easy. It's been a rough road. It's not easy to carry the cross. It's not easy when you want to do God's work. But with all this, and because I have the belief in God, and I know if you are the one that sent me, you make it easy. And He made the cross easy for me. He made it lighter for me to carry. Since then, after about 2 years in Clapham Parish as a shepherd, God said, you are going to establish your own church. And I said, how am I going to do it? I just came into the country. How will it be possible? But with God, everything is possible. So I decided just one night, I had this dream that a lot of people following me, and I carried the cross with Prophet Lloyd. Then I inquired with the Spirit, and God said, it's time for you to go. Then I haven't got a choice. Then I pray about it, and God said, yes, it's time for you to go. So, and then I did not even mention to anybody in the church, because I don't want it to seem to be when you have built up, you want to destroy it. I called about 5 people to let them know that it's time for me to go. I've done my bits. Even when I faced challenges in Clapham Parish, a lot of people said, go and establish a church. I said, no, I'm not going to go with animosity. I'm not going to leave the church, because in Celestial Church, a lot of people leave the church. A lot of people that want to carry the cross or want to be a shepherd, they fight with the current shepherd. Because if you are called, you don't need all that. So when a lot of people said, when I faced challenges, they said, let's go and establish it. I said, no, let me pray about it. And God said, don't go, it's not yet time. And I still stay in that church for another 1.5 years. Until when God said, it's time for you to go. And when God said, it's time for me to go, I don't even tell anybody, I don't even tell the founder that I'll be going. The founder of Clapham Parish. Okay. That's why up to today, I can go to Clapham Parish anytime I like. Because I did not leave that place with animosity. I did not leave that place with quarrel. I don't leave that place with fighting. I left without anybody knowing. Even a lot of people were asking me, oh, Wale, you didn't tell us you are going. We would have come with you. I said, don't worry. God is going to bring members that work with me. He is the one that called me. And he up to today, he has not put me to shame. That time we started in West London. People were saying, oh, you are going to a dry land. You are going to that place, you cannot get members. I said, if it's the calling of God, if God has called me, then He will glorify Himself in whatever I do. So I went to West London. One parish had been in West London before. They left because there's no members there. There's nobody to worship with them. And that was the fear they put in me, that going there, you will not see any member. But the first service, I started with 35 members, which is unusual of any celestial. 35 members, and keep on going. So I believe in God said. If God said it's going to happen, He will actually equip you to make it happen. That's how He eased me into the calling or being a shepherd of the church. Thank you. Yes, all depends on the Holy Spirit. You cannot do anything without inquiry from the Holy Spirit. If you are going to be called, if you want to carry the cross, or you want to do anything, the Holy Spirit that will direct you, will direct your path. Once you encounter the Spirit and the Spirit has given you the go-ahead, it makes things very easy for you. So I will say carrying the cross, or how to find your calling, is through the Holy Spirit. Because in the Bible, God calls so many prophets. And if you call yourself on your own volition, then you find the cross very difficult. But if it's through God's calling, through the Holy Spirit, and you are destined, there's some people that are destined to be a leader. There's some people that are destined to be a shepherd. And some, through their background or through natural means, God eased them into the calling. God eased them into it. But all in all, you must get solace from the Holy Spirit. It's through Holy Spirit that you can do everything. You can get. Many people call themselves, many people carry the cross without calling, without God's revelation to them. That's why things are very difficult. But once you get your background, once you get revelation, once you consult the Holy Spirit, once you allow the Spirit of God to direct your paths, to tell you what to do, then you will never put to shame, you will never go wrong, and things work smoothly. And people will asking you, how are you doing it? Not knowing that it is through the Holy Spirit. Yes, the most important thing is to sustain your calling. Like I said earlier on, you must stay in tune with the Holy Spirit. You must stay in tune with God. You must stay in tune with the commandment of God. Once you stay in tune to the commandment of God, to the Holy Spirit, and where you are called, the do's and the don'ts, you follow it to the letter, then God will always abide with you. The Holy Spirit will always abide with you. God will never put you to shame. But when you derail from those things, you don't use your sense, you don't use your common sense to do things. But when you use the Holy Spirit, we allow the Holy Spirit, you toe the line of the Holy Spirit. You put yourself in tune. You are aligning yourself with God, with the Holy Spirit. Then it carries the limit, and things will work fine. Things will work smoothly for you. And God will back you up all the way. And people of the world will see the glory of God in you. What other people are thinking is difficult, go easy for you, make it very easy for you. But it all depends on how aligned are you to your God, how you are in tune with the Holy Spirit, how you are in tune to the commandments of God. When you stay focused, determined, then it's the key to your success in your calling.